Hello friends, how are you? Hope you all are very fine. Students, friends, today's session I have chosen this topic. You can see it written on the board. Active voice, passive voice. I know this is very familiar topic to you because since your very early days of learning this language, you have been studying this topic, active voice and passive voice. But in these many years of my teaching experience, I have found that many of you, many of my students always fail to change the sentences from active to passive. Why does this happen? I thought on it, I contemplated on it, and I found that they don't know the purpose behind that. This is not just a topic to test you. This is the topic where this is the topic which you have to use in your day-to-day communication. In your day-to-day communication, you have to use active voices sentence and passive voice sentences. When you use your mother tongue, you knowingly, unknowingly, you use them very correctly. But when it comes the turn of this foreign language for you, that time you make mistakes because you don't know the purpose. The purpose is this. I have shown you here in this very small circle. I have tried to show you what happens when the subject is active in the sentence. That time it is active voice. When it is active, when it comes in the beginning of the sentence, it is active, and when the subject goes at the end of the sentence, that time it is your passive voice. Why this happens? It happens because the subject plays the main role. When somebody wants to give more importance to the subject, that time active voice sentences are used and subject is used at the beginning of the sentence. And when somebody wants to give less importance to the subject and more importance to the object, that time subject is given, the subject is brought at the end of the sentence, whereas object is brought at the beginning of the sentence. For an example, I would like to give you an example. Suppose the principal gave Radhika the best students award. This sentence. The principal gave Radhika the best students award. See, in this sentence, who is in the beginning? The principal is in the beginning. The principal is the doer. The action is done by the principal. He gave the best students award to Radhika. But who is important? Who is important for the family members, for the friends of Radhika? Is the principal important? No. For them, their daughter, their friend Radhika is more important. So they will bring Radhika's name in the beginning of the sentence, such as Radhika was given the best students award by the principal. The principal is less important for the family members and friends of Radhika, but Radhika is important. That's why Radhika is brought at the beginning of the sentence. This is what the purpose of this topic is. We, according to our preference, according to our importance, the subject or the object is brought at the beginning of the sentence, and these sentences are formed active voice or passive voice sentences. And friends, you know the tenses. There are 12 tenses in every language and in our English language too. There are 12 tenses, but I have taken only those tenses, I have mentioned only those tenses in this table which can be converted into passive voices. First of all, I should tell you the common structure of active voice. In active voice, subject comes at the beginning of the sentence, then the subject is followed by verb. That verb comes, sometimes the verb comes with auxiliary helping verb or modal auxiliaries, and then the object in the end. Whereas vice versa, in the passive voice, object comes in the beginning, then comes auxiliary helping verb or modal. Modal auxiliaries are there. We will see how modal auxiliaries can be used in these two tables. Modal auxiliaries and B's form. B to be. B's form is a must for every passive voice, and I have given you the various B's form here. B's V1 is be itself and am is are. B's V2 is was were. B's V3 been, and B's ing form is being. These various forms you will have to always consider while solving the sentences. But first we will go for the table. See, these three tenses are there: present, past and future. They will continue even for the passive voice. Now we have four subtenses, but I have mentioned only three of them: simple, continuous and perfect. Perfect continuous is the fourth tense, but I haven't mentioned it because that tense, the sentences of that tense can't be changed into passive voice. So they are left absent here in these tables. The same is here: simple, continuous and perfect. Now I'll go for the first structure: subject plus, for simple present tense, the structure is V1. When the verb's V1 form is used, you'll have to use B's V1 form for the passive voice. The object is already brought at the beginning of the sentence. They are am, is, are. B's V1. The verb decided the B's form of passive voice, and that is followed by verb 3, V3. In every passive voice, only V3 is used. No other form of verb can be used in the passive voice. Then comes by and the subject. Object in the beginning, subject in the end. Subject in the beginning, object in the end. Now, I have simple past tense. It is V2. So, this simple past, this V2 will decide the to be's form for the passive voice. Was, were. See how easy it is. Then comes future tense, simple future tense, shall, will are compulsory for every future tense. They show futurity plus V1. Shall, will compulsory, though it is your passive voice, still they are compulsory. Shall, will plus this V1 will decide the B's form for the passive voice. I use B. B is used here in simple future tense. Why? Because B's V1 are be itself and am, is, are. Am is are can't be used after shall will, because shall will themselves are working as auxiliary helping verbs and am is are to work the same. So two auxiliary helping verbs can't come in a sentence one after another. That's why be itself has come for the help of the sentence. The third, continuous tense. Am is are compulsory there. Am is are the structural auxiliary helping verbs plus verb ing. So what it will be? Am is are as it is, because it is continuous tense passive voice, plus this verb ing will decide the be's form. The same form of the verb is taken by the be's form. Then comes past tense was were plus verb ing. The same is used here, was were plus verb ing. That's why it is being. For this tense, no passive voice is there. That's why we won't discuss it now. Continuous future tenses active voice sentence can't be changed into passive voice. So we are leaving it aside. Then comes perfect tense. Have, has plus have, has plus V3. When it is V3 here, you will use been in the passive voice. It is had plus V3. So had plus been. Will shall plus have plus V3. The same auxiliary helping verb I'll use. Will, shall plus have. Have comes here to make it a perfect tense, plus this V3 has decided the be's form and it is been. See how easy this table is to understand now. In the active voices table, this table is there for auxiliary helping verbs, modal auxiliary and verbs form. Everywhere the verbs form are used. V1, V2, shall will, auxiliary helping verb V1. Am is are verb ing, was were verb ing, like this. And in the passive voices structure, this table is there for auxiliary helping verb and modal auxiliary. From where these modal auxiliaries and auxiliary helping verbs have come in this in the table? They have come from the same table. I haven't changed them. The same are used here, except for these two structures. Here there were no auxiliary helping verbs used. So I used only the to be's form. These to be's forms are used according to their V1 or V2. And here all the auxiliary helping verbs are used as they were in the active voice. Have has, had, will shall have. The same are there. And then after that, these verbs have decided the be's form. The bees form we have taken from this part of the board. V1, B or Amis are the same, we did it here like that. When it was verb ing, we took BNG, BE ing being. When it was V3, we took been, it's V3. See, this shall will, I used model auxiliary. These all the 12 model auxiliaries. What are the model auxiliaries there? You know, will, shall themselves are model auxiliaries. But here they are working as auxiliary helping verbs. When they work as model auxiliary, they produce different meanings. They themselves are the model auxiliaries. Then you have may, might, can, could, would, should, ought to, must, need, dare. Such kind of 12 model auxiliaries are there in English, and they any one of them can replace these shall will anywhere. In all these four structures, shall will can be replaced by any model auxiliary. I have already written it for your information here on the board. See, have you got it? Now we'll see some sentences. The first sentence is the woman picked up the child. What is the subject here in the sentence? The woman. Why? Picked up is the verb. Who picked up? If you ask this question to the sentence, who picked up? You'll get the answer. That the woman. Whom she picked up? The child is the object. This is verb, this is object, and subject in the beginning. When the subject is in the beginning, it is your active voice. You are supposed to change it into passive. What will you do then? The child. The child is brought at the beginning of the sentence. Let me know what is the form of this verb. This is V2. Where is your V2? Your V2 is here in simple past tense active voice structure. So from here you will go to this place. Because you cannot change the tense of the sentence. If this structure is given to you, you cannot solve it into this one. You cannot change the sentence into this structure. It will be totally wrong. If the tense is simple past tense given to you, its passive voice tense must be the same. Simple past tense. So, was, were is used here in the sentence. The child was picked up. It's V3. The same V2 and V3 forms are there. By the woman. Second sentence, we shall develop strength to face the troubles. Let me know which is the verb in the sentence. Shall develop is the verb. Where the structure is used, this develop main verb is V1. It is here, shall V1. Does mean that you are given simple future tense structure. So you will go here. Which is the object in the sentence? Strength is the object. We subject. And what are these words? These words are complementary words, extra words in the structure. So I'll take strength in the beginning. Strength will be, it was shall here, but when strength is working as a new subject of the sentence, though it is object, it is working as the new subject of the sentence. For strength, the auxiliary helping verb will be used. Strength will be developed, V3, by, we becomes us, to face the troubles. The third sentence, the farmers could have been given more help. Which is the verb in the sentence? Could have been given. Given is the main verb. And these are auxiliary helping verbs. Who gave the farmers, who could have given the farmers more help? It is not given. So, by is absent. By, the subject is absent in the sentence. The subject is less important. That's why it is kept absent in the sentence. And the farmers are the object. So now it is easy for you to solve this sentence. Whenever you are given no subject in the sentence, that time we assume they as the subject of the sentence. Sometimes according to the need of the sentence, if the sentence is taken from a passage given to you in the exam, that time the subject will change according to the need. But here we don't have any reference, we don't have any text related with this sentence. That's why we'll take they. They, the same tense, this model auxiliary I used, which was already given. They could have given more help to the farmers. One can write it in the another way. They could have given the farmer more help. In that case, you were not going to use this to, but for this sentence, to is used. The fourth sentence, I was reading a novel written by R.K. Narayan. If you see the sentence at the first instance, you may get confused seeing this by, and you will take it as a passive voice sentence. But by doesn't decide whether it is active or passive. Active or passive is decided by the verb. Here there is no to be form used in the sentence. Was is used, but was is working as auxiliary helping verb in the sentence, and there is no V3 form of the verb. It is reading, it is verb ing. So your verb is this, your subject is this. I was reading, I myself was doing the action. So I is the subject, a novel is the object, and written by R.K. Narayan, complementary words. So what will be the answer? Object is brought at the beginning. A novel was, see, this was given to you. I was reading a novel written by R.K. Narayan. So we will come here. A novel was being read by me, written by R.K. Narayan. A novel was being read. A novel was being read by me, written by R.K. Narayan. It was a confusing sentence, deliberately chosen for you to understand such kind of sentences. There are varieties of sentences and there are varieties of confusions you will come across when you go much deeper in the topic. Today we don't have that much time to go for each and every sentence. Next time, whenever we will come again with this topic, that time we'll solve such kind of the different kinds of sentences. Now I'll give a short revision to the entire topic. See, what did we do? we saw the role of the subject decides whether it is active or passive. When the subject is active, it is active voice. When the subject is passive, when the subject is at the end of the sentence, it is passive voice sentence. And why it happens? Because when somebody wants to give more importance to the subject is brought at the beginning. When he wants to give the less importance to the subject, the way here the subject was given very less importance and it was kept absent in the sentence, and that's why he needed to use the passive voice structure to frame his sentence. Then we saw this table where according to the tense the passive voices are there, and the passive voices are there, and the form of the B is decided by the verb's form. But in every passive voice there is V3. Only past participle of the verb is used. Then we saw B's various forms. We saw that shall be can be replaced by any model auxiliary, and we have already seen a sentence. They could the farmers could have been given. This model auxiliary was given to you in the sentence. So in this short period of time, we tried to cover as many as possible things, but still many are left. Many are left unattended. Next time we'll do it for sure. But this time I want you all to get it written in your notebooks or take a screenshot of the entire blackboard so that the picture will be available to you anytime in your gallery. So thank you. Thank you, friends.